ask you to begin when you when you get to stop. I mean, like when I stop the video. Okay, is it
Okay.
okay? Yeah.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I understood.
So, um, anyways, we're live. We could just go on. I think,
Can I share my screen?
yeah. Just a sec.
Can I start, Prasanna? Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here today. I heartily welcome you all to the solo recital by Ms Sneha Goel at the esteemed platform of the Fertile Brains. Thank you, Prasanna, for giving me this opportunity today. So, this is my first solo recital. I am excited and I I cannot express how much love I got from all the poetry fraternity poets. Uh, when I said that I'm going to recite, I'm going to read solo poetry on the fertile brains. So your question was like, first of all, let me say who I am. Okay, I am a poet by heart, a writer by passion, and a teacher and writing coach by profession. So, being a domestic violence victim and survivor, my writings are greatly influenced by issues faced by a woman since birth. So, where do I get my inspiration from? I get my inspiration from the sufferings of women around me that I see, and from the mythology and the spirituality in the name of which women are further made to suffer. So, these are something that I have observed since childhood, and it has changed the way I see the society, the people, and not just men but also women who treat other women the way they would not want to be treated themselves. So, why I write? I write because as a child I saw many fetuses killed by mothers for being females, and I stood and watched, could not speak anything. I write because I witnessed many households where sons were the Raja Beta and daughters a burden to be married off soon, and I stood and watched without speaking against it. I write because many women like me see dreams of happy marriage, do not step out of homes to earn, go through abuse upon asking money from their husbands. And I watched and bore, for I wanted to be a servile woman. I write because I live in a society where women's thoughts and problems are petty issues. They are given butchering remarks whenever they speak, and I stand and watch without uttering a word against it. I write because I was in the quest of being a good woman, so I lost my self esteem and integrity. In the process, harmed my body and soul beyond repair, and I let it happen in silent nights and muffled cries. Today, I write to tell the tragic tales of one particular human species who smears concealer upon her bruises, who hides her passion to travel and ride, who faces anti feminists on standing for her rights, who wants to leave behind her legacy but scares. The scars on each of her progression. I write because I can write it all. I lived it all. So today I'm going to read the poems which are women centric and they are around the problem faced by women. And I'll keep writing till the woman get what she wants. Okay. Now she, the unborn. I heard when the one carrying me looked at a beeping machine. It is a girl, a voice announced. Familiar harsh voice yells, not a game. The days following were inconvenient. The entity I resided in kept sobbing. Once she said, I love you, but that is not enough. I wish you were a boy. I question what could have I done to be a boy so the one who houses me would caress me like when my existence became known to her. Those 3 months were amazing. Even if I gave her trouble, she and that harsh voice showed concern towards me. And the other stern voice often talked to me in a caring manner. How eager I was to see these entities who wanted me, even if they hadn't seen me. But that announcement changed everything. I bore these changed, unaffectionate voices for a month. Then I heard the commotion. The liquids were injected to suffocate me, and the next moment, a knife cut me, and the excitement to see the world died again. Maybe next time. I'll get a home who loves me even more after the voice announces she's a girl. My next poem is about her, and even if no one accepts her, the society, the people living here, her family members, but there is one who is going to accept her, whatever she is, wherever she is, no matter in what condition she is, and that is her country. So when a girl takes birth, she is identified as Lakshmi or Durga, never a member of family. When a girl takes birth, she is alienated as the one who will get married, never the one who will bring prestige. When a girl takes birth, her dowry is calculated, her education cost is minimized, never the one who outshines others in family. When a girl takes birth, congratulations are dull, sweets are ordered less. Priest is consulted on how to get a boy next. When a girl takes birth, there are tears in some eyes. People ask who is going to carry forward the legacy, never the one who could represent the family. No religion she found gives equal status to women. It is only her country which stood by her side, saying she is an Indian citizen. She is, she is proudly an Indian and a woman, and nothing else. The next poem is a narrative of a woman I know. Uh, Her story is she was daughter of my house help that used to work at my place 3 years back, and her story touched me because this is not just her story, this is story of every woman who is the victim of domestic violence. She, the wife, telling you a sad story. I know it is none of your issues, but I would like to bring to your notice the cruel truth in this woman's journey. Only 15 when she was married off, Every night he would come in heavy doses, beating her brutally and calling slangs. In the morning, he would be the sweetest man, battered and shattered. When she would knock on their door, they would drive her away, saying there were no one for her anymore. Her husband's place is her paradise, where she should live till demise. She would cry and say, it is hell there. Paradise was when I was here. No shelter, and alone she would go back home, where she would apply ointment on her wounds, getting ready for the night to be beaten again. This cruel world has given nothing more than a surname. It's a matter of pride, they say, but who cares? Even after three kids, the routine is the same. All they would think is that it is a game. For other people, it is always a game. One day, when he ran after her with a sickle, frightened, she ran to someplace safe. Unbearable was life, so she went to the police, demanding separation and a peaceful life. Action will be taken. Assurance she got. Now she should go to someplace else. Her parents agreed to keep her for a few days, but after that, she should find her way. With her children, she adjusted there. But a few days turned into a month. Police decided to bring them together. He was given a warning to act sober. Little did it matter what was her desire. One fine morning, she was driven out by them. To be with him is her destiny, the reason. Nothing could she do to make her life better. Looking at her children, she decided to be stronger. She went back to him. But this time she was different. She would not fall for the courtesy in the morning. For a few months, he was sober, but the taste of blood could not keep him away for long. He picked up a stick and called her a whore. In a flash of a moment, he was on the floor with pain so unbearable and blood on his face. He could faintly see the sickle, which was his device. Her frightened face and her screams, which gave him pleasure, is no more. She laughed aloud. At last, I am in paradise. The next poem is about nature. Nature is also called Mother Nature because it is feminine energy. She, the nature, she is not just about sexuality. She is so much more. But your faulty eyes cannot see her beauty. It's not her failure, it is your utter loss. She can make your life heaven, but your ego will never let her do it, giving in every time. So you view her just as body. Whether she is Mother Earth or a human body, she is made to satisfy your whims and fancies. What can she do? After all, she is a mere woman. But you forget, a woman is the universe itself. Respect her, and she will give you more than she can. Use her, and she will summon the Kali within. She will destroy your very being when she understands your mind. She stands up and fights the society and your kind. Leaves you, though it is not easy for her. She knows you don't deserve a beautiful person like her. Be it a mother nature or a woman in your life, don't play, else you will learn your lessons someday. The next poem is about Sita. For a very long time, I thought Sita was meek, she was submissive, And that is why all the Indian women, uh, they are given her examples and they are lured into the marriage, saying that you are a good girl only if you are a Sita. Much later, when I joined a poetry platform, uh, Kavya Kaumudi and the Fertile Brains, I there was exchange of ideas between poets, and I came to know that Sita is not a meek, obedient woman. She is not just that. She is a strong woman who was capable of bringing up her kids, and they were excellent warriors. She was a warrior herself. See the goddess. Melu, an obedient girl, the princess of Janakpur, an enlightened warrior born with a purpose higher than apprised by the scholars. They gave her an image of mute spectator, an idol of tolerance, a perfect example for each Indian girl and woman growing up or married. They hid the truth that she was a skilled soldier, ascetic like her father, independent like her suitor, and more iron willed than her kidnapper. They never glorified the first example of a single mother who successfully parented two boys, imbibed in them the qualities of a good leaders. They call her the follower, the one who agrees meekly to Agni Pariksha in Lanka, but intently never stated she left her family for women folk. The goddess Sita sacrificed for our kind, so we never go through struggles she faced. So no one forced us to submit to Agni Pariksha hence after. Today's women salute the decisions and sacrifices of great goddess and no longer tolerate their distorted versions of Sita, rather be pragmatic. Today's woman would rather be pragmatic. The next poem is based on a very interesting incident in the life of Radha and Krishna. So, she, the new Radha. When Radha wanted Krishna all for herself, he showed her that he had no boundaries. It's time to tell the same story by swapping the character roles. He showed her that he had no boundaries. It's time to tell the same story by swapping the character roles. Today, when Krishna wants Radha all for himself, teach him the same lesson. Time to change, time to swap the characters. Time to let the world know it's not about Krishna or Radha, it's about the soul within. Don't set boundaries for her. Let her decide what's right or wrong. Let her explore all she could in her short life. Let her smile in her little cozy space. Let her not anticipate your appreciation every time she does it well. Let her feel it's her life. Let her feel it's her right. Don't tell her where she makes mistakes. Don't tell her what she does right. Cause when she would make list of yours, you sure would be frustrated. That's how you make her feel. every time you invade her space. She doesn't let you know this, but that coldness in her voice is what you could never read. You shook it off as one of her routine swings, but it's time to change, time to swap characters. It's time for Radha to show him he is making the same mistake. He can't have Radha all for himself, that this new Radha is free. The next poem is She the Rebel, something about how a girl child should be brought up. So instead of telling her to be a good girl, to be quiet, to be silent, we should imbibe the seeds of self defense in her, and she should not be that obedient girl who obeys everything her parents say. Because if you start doing that, then she will grow up and be obedient to whatever injustice is done to her. When a girl is born, we call her Lakshmi. Why not Durga, Parvati, or Kali? If a girl stands up for herself, if she defends herself, she is called Kali. The word not appropriate for a girl in this society. Lakshmi, epitome of compliant partner. Lakshmi, deemed a mute follower. Lakshmi, always by the side of Vishnu. Lakshmi, always a symbol of prosperity. Lakshmi, never to stand for her rights. Lakshmi, always the obedient wife. Kali, the ferocious avatar of Parvati. Kali, the slayer, the protector, the destroyer. Kali, the rage within all women alive. So, when a daughter is born in this world, call her Kali, Parvati, or Durga. Never ask her to be a Lakshmi. When a girl is born, call her Parvati, who changes her avatar at the sight of a demon who could be close to her, or the one passing by the street. When you have sown the seeds of self defense in her, when you have sown the seeds of defiance in her, she would stand for any injustice. While getting married, don't ask her to be Sita. While getting married, ask her to be a Parvati. She has the right to be disobedient. She has the right to follow her path. She has the right to call the Kali within. When a girl is born, call her Durga, Parvati, or Kali. Thank you all for listening to my poems. I hope you enjoyed listening them. Do let me know in the chat box which one of the poem you like the most. Uh, Thank you, Prasanna, for giving me this stage. And now I would like to say something about the work that the Fertile Brains is doing. So the Fertile Brains is a place where poets is a platform where poets meet to share their hearts and minds. The poetic exuberance generated touches all aspects of human thought, which make this earth a human planet. Through the powerful medium of poetry rendered from all corners of the globe, our poets call for the erasure of all boundaries and all differences. Gender, race, color, language, and faith play no part except as a reminder of the commonality of the human species. The Fertile Brains is unique in its efforts to bring into focus our well known Indian poets through its program Poets Meet Poets Songs of India. The Fertile Brain has launched two books. One is Manushatvam, and both are uh, poet anthology of poems, and many international poets collaborated to bring that book forward. And Fertile Brains has collaborated with Young Story Weavers, which is my institute, to start Twinkling Minds Literature and Children, which helps children to write and appreciate literature. And Yuvati by Dr. Rupali Sirkar Gaur is also a part of it. And the Fertile Brains bring people and cultures together on their forum, and they want the cultural exchange between the poets to make the world rich with human emotions and commonalities, where there is no differences, no hatred, and no inequality. And I'm glad to be a part of the Fertile Brains, because here I have learned so much about poetry. I have learned the technicalities of reciting poems. I got the stage, sorry, I got the stage to recite my first solo recital. Thank you, Prashanna. Thank you so much.